Hello, welcome to Our Home, Our Life. This is Michael bringing you day 2 of our anxiety series. The title is Why Am I Anxious? Another important aspect of dealing with anxiety is recognizing the root cause of it. What is the source of your worry? What causes you to turn into a bundle of nerves at the smallest hint of a problem? While this varies from person to person, the biggest cause of anxiety for me was not being in control. What I mean by that is simply that I was not able to control the sequence or outcome of a situation. When I felt like the situation was slipping out of my control and was unfolding differently than I had envisioned, I started panicking. While I knew that worrying would not help the situation in any way, I still did it because my mind had been trained to fight, flight, or freeze instead of trust. Trust is learned experience laced in faith. The Israelites, as we know, struggled all throughout their journey to the Promised Land. They worried, they complained, they grumbled. Was it because they lacked something? Absolutely not. God performed wondrous miracles in their midst every single day, thus taking care of all their needs and supernaturally providing for them. But because they chose to focus on their problems, worries, and compared their present reality to the positive aspects of their former lives in Egypt, their perspective was skewed. Instead of being grateful for the blessing of today, they were fearful about the uncertainty of tomorrow. They had to learn to trust in God's process and that His purpose was not to get them to the Promised Land in mere physicality, but mentally and spiritually as well. In the same way, learn to trust and lean on His process. Freedom from anxiety is at your fingertips, and He is your ever-present help in trouble. The reflection is, take some time out to identify the reasons for your anxiety. It may be an unaddressed sin, a guilty conscience, feeling insufficient or insecure, a deep-rooted or exaggerated fear, or, as in my case, a sense of not being in control. If you are like me, you'll soon come to realize that not being in control may just be a blessing in disguise. While it took immense effort and a lot of time for me to hand the reins back to God, it was the most rewarding and liberating experience because the burden was no longer mine. Let's dig deep into your memory banks for a time as a child where you experienced anxiety and feelings of being overwhelmed. Now, in that scene, imagine Jesus walking in. How is He responding to your stress? In recent events, what has caused your worry? What has caused you to lose your peace? Even on this day, how is Jesus responding to your stress? For the scriptures, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Hebrews 13:6. So we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, I will not fear. What can man do to me? And then finally, Psalms 55:22. Cast your burden on the Lord, and He shall sustain you. He shall never permit the righteous to be moved. So what I got from that was basically put any trust that you have into God, and your anxiety will be relieved. Because if you have a sound mind or a peace of mind in God, all that anxiety just leaves or dissipates. So that's what I got, and something I definitely need to learn since I have anxiety, but yeah, that's what I got. Stay tuned for day 3 tomorrow morning, and from our home to yours, God bless.